I'm recording a video.
Does he get ready with me?
Yeah. It's not cute so far. But we'll see.
When you're recording it, you're back too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the cameras?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see, I look a little weird today, but that's because I am going to do my very first chit chat get ready with me of sorts. I've already started my base, got my foundation, my concealer on, so you guys will see me apply my powders, my eyeshadow, do my eyebrows, and I'm going to do my hair with you guys too. I have a little surprise for my hair. It's not that serious, but anyways, yeah, so I have really missed you guys. Long time no chit chat. That's why I set this video up exactly the way it is. Today is my mom's birthday, so I'm feeling like being a little bit extra. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a green eyeshadow look because the skirt I'm wearing has a little bit of green on it. So yeah, let's just get into it. So I've never done my eyeshadow after I've done my base, but I wanted to like do things differently today. So I think I'm gonna set my face still. Just gonna use my beauty blender. Yeah, I'm gonna set it with my Sacha Buttercup. And if you're wondering what I have on for my base, it is the new NARS foundation, natural radiant. This one, focus. Okay, yeah, I'm bad at this. Look. Okay, anyways, it's the new NARS foundation, the Natural Radiant in the color Macao, medium dark 4. And I am wearing, for concealer, my favorite concealer, which is the NARS Creamy Radiant. And I'm wearing two colors. I'm wearing the color Amande and the color Caramel, which is medium dark 2 and 3. And the reason I put on Caramel today is because I wanted an extra highlight. Like, I wanted to look highlighted. I don't know if you guys can tell. Like, I don't know if I'm actually looking highlighted. I feel like I'm not. But yeah. And I'm setting my face today with the Sacha Buttercup powder. Don't like wearing a lot of powder at all. I used to not put powder on at all, but some people can crack you. Anyways, so for today's video, I'm not just going to be talking about makeup, I'm talking about confidence today. For all of y'all who know me actually in person, y'all know I have acne and things like that. So as it relates to like the physical and the outward acne, I've been struggling with acne for who knows how long. It has gotten worse and it has gotten better at different times. Like this school year, my sophomore year, thank God that it is over, of college, I had the worst breakout I have ever had in my entire life. It was in September of 2017 and my skin was honestly so horrific. Like it was a really rough time for me. But so if you want to talk about confidence, like how was I dealing with my confidence at that point in time, your girl was really struggling because I'm typically a really confident person. A lot of things don't really get me down. I love a lot of things about myself and I don't really struggle with that many things outwardly, but when my face was really looking at, it was not cute. Like, wow, that was like really a really bad time for me. But yeah, so how was I dealing with confidence at that time? So I spent a lot of time talking to my mom. What I'm doing is priming my eyelids with the LA Girl concealer in the shade Fawn. So what I did was I spent a lot of time talking to my mom, talking to my parents. My mom was like, it's gonna be okay, like it's gonna pass, blah 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 blah, just do what you need to do to get your skin back. What I ended up having to do is use acne.org, and that was the only thing that worked, but now acne.org doesn't work on me anymore, so I guess I know it works for people who barely have acne too, but it only worked for me when my face was at its worst. So if I keep looking this way, it's because my mirror is in front of me, like this direction. So yes, you're looking at my side. Okay, anyways, so how I was dealing, I spoke a lot to my mom, to both my parents, trying to just, I don't know what I was looking for, but I just needed someone to reassure me and to tell me, like, you know, it's gonna be okay, this phase is gonna pass. It didn't really help much that my friends didn't comment. Like, they weren't like, oh dang, Toby, your skin is bad, and they weren't like, oh dang, Toby, your skin is getting better. Like, they didn't really say anything, which doesn't really matter, I guess. It's awkward to have to comment on someone's skin, but yeah, so I was really going through it, and I remember, like, I prayed one day. I took anointing oil. This was like the day I learned that you can anoint yourself. Sorry, I'm looking for my brushes. This was the day I learned that, okay, back to what I was saying. This was the day that I learned that you could anoint yourself. So I took anointing oil, prayed over it, and I prayed to God. I said, God, this is seriously ruining my confidence. I've never felt so bad about myself before. Never felt so blah, blah, blah. I was kind of just letting God know how I felt. And was kind of just being really raw and transparent because I was really down in the dumps. Like, your girl was feeling some type of way about everything. Like, I felt cute 0% of the time. I didn't wear makeup that entire month. Didn't post a single video, I think. Like, I was trying to eat right. I don't really drink soda at all, anyways. But I was, like, not eating cheese because some people were like, oh, like, it might be dairy products. And it was just, like, a lot that I was really going through at that point in time. So how did I learn to kind of gain my confidence in God and trust that He would take care of me and that He would provide? Because honestly, that stage was really just like a phase in my skin journey. Even though my skin is still very acne-fied, as you guys can see, it's not as bad as it was at that point. So I really had to learn how to depend on God and how to just trust that He knows what He's doing. Because even though I was really embarrassed and I had to, like, I was in school, so I had to go to class, I had to go to work. Like, I couldn't just hide. Even though I didn't go out, I couldn't just hide, like, in my dorm. So I had to leave, had to go out, had to engage with the real world where everyone was just staring but they weren't saying anything. And so I really had to learn to trust that God knew what He was doing. And I feel like that is a really important lesson that I had to learn early. And it had a lot to do with my confidence, because if it's hard to be confident if you can't trust that God knows what He's doing. Because what you are doing is you're becoming confident in His plan. And if you're not confident that what you're learning to do is to become confident in His plan. It's not necessarily that you're becoming confident in yourself or how you look, etc., but more so that you're becoming confident in His plan for your life. And that's where, of course, Jeremiah 29:11 comes into play, because it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans to prosper you and not to harm you." And so I really had to spend a lot of time meditating on that particular verse, and just trusting that God knew what He was doing and that He really did have a plan. So that was what kind of helped me with my physical confidence. But if I'm talking about, like, academic confidence and just, like, how I carried myself, etc., that also took a lot of dependence on God. I had to learn that the plan that God had for me was far greater than any plan I could have for myself. And I sound like a broken record, but this is, like, true. Real quick, in case y'all wanted to know what I'm using. So I just used my Nubian 2 palette, used the orange shade and this Madagascar shade. And another palette I have out is my Masquerade palette. Probably just going to use this green shade Molly here. And then I have out my Morphe 39A. As you can see, it has a lot of green colors, lots of transition colors, so I'm just going to dig in and play with that. Anyways, so I really had to learn, this is a long video, I really had to learn to trust in God's plan. And I guess, long story short, what I'm going to repeat throughout this video is trusting God's plan. because I feel like that's the only way to gain a godfidence, not confidence anymore, a godfidence in your strut. Like, that's the only way that you're going to be able to walk and be unshaken, unwavered, because people are going to be like, oh dang, like, why is she so confident that this is going to happen, or why is he so confident that this is going to happen? And it's like, because I know my God. I know what he's trying to do. I know how he's going to move. I know that he loves me, and I know that he has plans to do me good. Like, my God would never mess me up, like, intentionally. I'm going to take this off. Wearing do-rag. He would never mess me up. So it's just like, just trusting in God's plan and learning to get things done. And I remember when I first posted that I was going to record a video on confidence, some people said that there were things that they wanted me to talk about. So just checking those. They're my Instagram DMs. If you don't follow me on Instagram at tcubed, please do so. I do post on Instagram. So I have Lula here. Lula asked me to define confidence and how it plays a role in women's lives at different stages of their lives. So I was one of those fat, ugly kids. Most of my life, guys didn't really find me attractive because I was just, I was just there, kind of, like, wasn't really adding much to anyone, wasn't really subtracting much from anyone. I was kind of just there. And so, I'm forming a halo eye. So people were just kind of, I wouldn't say people were mean to me, but people didn't show me any attention. And it was weird because a lot of the kids I did grow up with received a whole lot of attention. I'm talking about from older kids, like the 13-year-olds when you were 8, like 13-year-olds were always chasing the other 8-year-olds while I was there not being chased. No one wanted to play with me. Not kids my age, but like older kids. And it was a trend that I began to notice when I was quite young, actually. And so I learned confidence at that young age. I think this is the point in my life where I realized that if no one else is going to boost me, then I might as well boost myself. So I think that's where, like, my confidence came. That's when my confidence came at a young age. Like, I really, let me set up the halo eye and I'll be right back with some more tips as I think through it. I'm recording a video.
Does he get ready with me?
Yeah, it's not cute so far, but we'll see.
When you're recording it, you're back too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the cameras? Okay guys, I'm back. So what I did was just add a whole bunch of green. This doesn't look like a halo eye, so I'm gonna add some of a goldish color. Maybe the whole I really don't know what I'm doing. But anyways, back to answering Lula's question. Confidence definitely plays a major role in the lives of girls, especially at a young age. Our mothers play a major role in shaping our confidence. Our school environment when we're young plays a major role in shaping our environment, kind of just how people perceive us in general. Like, so for example, I grew up in church. Not everyone grows up in church, but I grew up in church, and so the people at church also played a critical role in how I began to perceive myself at a young age. And so, he's the only one who has the power to actually affect change in our lives, if you know what I'm saying. Like, he's the only one who could guide us to change things that maybe we're not satisfied with. So, like, for example, I'm currently working out and have been working out for like just over a month.
because I'm not really happy with, you know, my physique or whatever. And I remember the first day this year that I was supposed to work out, right? It was January 22nd, I think. Went to the gym, started on the treadmill, right? It was 8 a.m. I hopped on the treadmill, and I could not finish a 10-minute jog. That's all I had set out to do on the treadmill that morning. I could not finish my 10-minute jog, and I was just like, God. I was like, God, there is no way that I'm this out of shape. And so I was just really embarrassed. Didn't go back to the gym for a hot second after that. But I'm saying this to say, like, our confidence needs to come from the Lord. He's our only source of strength. There's a verse in the Bible that says the joy of the Lord is our strength, and the only way that we can experience the abundance, experience the joy of the Lord is if we look to Him as our source of encouragement. So in terms of academic confidence, that's something I definitely struggle with a lot. I definitely abided by the motto, I can't come and kill myself, in my sophomore year, just because I did not think that I should have been. Like, I hold school on a very, very, very high pedestal, when in reality, like, I don't necessarily need to. And so, I'm trying to, there's eyeshadow under my eyes. And so, I had to spend a lot of time, like, talking to God, spending a lot of time in relationship with God. And kind of like in my last video, I believe, I addressed how my grades were suffering, and I didn't necessarily know why, and I knew it wasn't because I was going out. And I thought that perhaps it could have been because I was, you know, spending more time in my word, kind of meditating on God and stuff like that. But honestly, this school year did not end up bad. Like, I did not perform subpar. Like, I definitely did what I needed to do in order to, you know, get a couple steps closer to my goals. And so, sorry guys, I'm not very good at this. I don't really know what I'm doing. Okay, I think this is going to be pretty much all I have to say about confidence. I'm sorry I didn't really... This video didn't necessarily turn out how I was hoping it would, but don't worry, practice is gonna make perfect, I guess. I'm so sorry guys if this was all over the place. I just had, I guess, one main message that I wanted to convey. So I'm gonna go off camera, finish my makeup, and then come back and bid you all farewell. Okay guys, so I'm back. This is the completed look, eyebrows, hair, and everything. I'm sorry that I wasn't very good at chatting and, like, you know, getting ready at the same time. I will continue to work on these Chit Chat get ready with me, so long as you guys continue to ask for them. But I did want to round up with a couple of other comments. Please, please, please don't let other people influence the way that you perceive yourself. Your confidence, like I said in the earlier clips, is definitely from God and from God alone. Don't let people tell you, oh, you'll never look good with short hair, or you'll never look good with red hair, or something else, or you're never going to get to where you want to be. Like, all these things are not things that they can control, nor should they be things that they can influence. Continue to have faith in God's plan for you, and remember that His plans for you are always going to be to prosper you and to make you great. And He also hears your heart's desires, and so long as you're very conscious of what you're asking God for, He will always make a way, and He will always help you to reach that point in your life. So please just continue to trust God, continue to keep the faith, and that confidence that you've been looking for, whether it be academic or physical or spiritually, will come so long as you continue to invest yourself in the Word, and so long as you continue to abide in God and under His will and His instruction. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video so that other people can see. I love you guys so much, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you.